Hey gang, AV here, and welcome to my review of the Hiya Toys Injustice 2 Flash figure. Here he is in the box. It's a window box, so you can see the majority of his accessories right through the box. This is the front of the box. That's the side of the box. Here's the back of the box. Pause the video if you'd like to read it. Here's the other side. That's what it looks like on the top. That's what it looks like on the bottom. And let's open them up. I have already cut the tape and removed the figure previous to the video, so this should be relatively easy. Just slide the plastic tray out. As usual, we'll look at the other stuff that comes in the box first, namely this background card. It's just a picture of the Daily Planet in somewhat disarray. Nothing on the back. Put that back in the box. His accessory tray is a two-part construction, so you just lift the top part off to gain access to the figure. And as usual, we'll have a look at his accessories first. First off, he comes with two closed fists on the figure and then two open hands that you can swap out to help facilitate for his running poses. These are the same for the right and left hand. He comes with four different, I guess you would call these static electricity effects, which you can clip onto his wrists and ankles to simulate the electrical field that he creates when he runs. So there's that one. Here's this one. All four of them are different, and they connect to him with different levels of ease, some of which aren't easy to actually get to look right on him. Some of them are. Just takes a little trial and error. We'll see if we can figure out a couple of them during the video, but here they are. They're cool effects. They're transparent. They have like a two-tone paint job on top of them with the orange paint on the, I guess the yellow plastic. And he comes with a figure stand, which I will say, if you want to get him in a running pose, you will need. It has a single foot peg on there, and it has these notches, which is standard for the Hiya Toys figures. They also come with these H or I-shaped plugs, which you can use in those notches to combine the bases together with other figures to make a seamless floor for a diorama, which is a great touch if you ask me. We're going to keep his base out to help us with the posing of the figure. And here's the figure himself. Let's have a look. Some of his detail. I really do like the costume and the paint job on this guy. They did a really good job with the sculpt and the paint. Very cool figure. These things are sharp. They come to a point. Same up here. Good stuff. All right, let's go over his articulation. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. All right, so basically, his head's on a ball joint with a hinge, so he can look up and down. He does a decent amount of up. As you can see, he can do 360 all the way around. His shoulders go up about that far, but the bad thing is that they only go down about that far. So he never really looks relaxed, you know. They don't go down to his size very far. That's it. But they go up about that high. There is no bicep swivel. They do 360 degrees, however. His elbows have a single joint They bend about that far, and they rotate at the elbow. Wrists are on a ball joint, do a 360, and they do pop off so that you can put other hands on. Let's get one of his other hands on there, just for the sake of the review. Show you how easy it is. It's a little snug, at least on my example, but it does go on there. It looks a little silly like that, like his wrist is a little too thin, but when you hold it the other way, it kind of works a little bit better. He has an ab crunch, which works pretty well. You do get a decent range there. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. He does have a swivel at his waist, but on mine, at least, it is very tight. Very tight. And not that noticeable once you do get it to turn. I'm not sure if it was just the sculpt of his waist or what, but it is very difficult to get that to turn. At least on mine. Hips, he goes out about that far. He can do the can about like that. He does have an upper thigh swivel. And again, on mine, they're a little tight. And they should do 360. It's just a little tight getting it there. Don't want to force it. He has double jointed knees. So he can get his leg back pretty far. His ankles pivot back about that far, but they only pivot forward a tiny bit, like not much, which is a little unfortunate for his running poses. He does have a rocker joint there, though, but they don't rock out too far because they're hindered by his ankle decoration there. I forget what that's called. But anyhow, his articulation's not bad. But it could be a little bit better, especially since he is a speedster. He's supposed to be running. So let's try to get him into a running pose, because let's face it, if you have a flash figure, that's what you're going to be trying to do with him. Let's see here. That's not too bad. But as you can see, you can't really bend his back foot. So actually getting him to stand in a running pose is very difficult because of that back foot. And with his waist not really wanting to spin, it's hard to balance him as well. So that's why you definitely need the base. So we're going to plug him onto the base. There we are. It would be nicer if I could... Whoops. It wouldn't be nice if I popped his leg clean off. But it would be nice if I were able to get him to crunch at the ab a lot more and then tilt his head up a little bit more to make it a little bit more dynamic. Jeez, I just popped his leg off again. He does not want to cooperate with me during this video here. It's not broke, thankfully. It's just popping off. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, it could be better though. You have to admit. Now let's see if we can get some of his effects on here. This one was next to his right arm, so I'm going to assume that's where this is supposed to go. I experimented with these a little bit to varying degrees of success. But basically, I want them to angle out. And it's a little easier said than done. I'm not sure how to do it exactly. See, that one looks like it should go on the other side. Let's try that on this arm. Not too bad. Let's see the other one. Yeah, this whole video is going to be me trying to get these to work. You watch. Yeah. See, you kind of want them to trail behind them. That's how it's going to look best, in my opinion. The other one just fell off. That's not too bad. So how are you guys doing? As of filming this video, I'm not sure when this will be uploaded, but I'm filming this a little bit before Christmas. I actually got injured at work. I'll spare you the details, but I have a little bit free time. But I really can't do much, which kind of stinks. I hope everything's going all right with you guys out there in YouTube land. Let's see here. Might be better up at his knee. Seems to want to hang out at his calf there. And last one. All right, I think that's it. It's not too bad. Looks kind of cool. With a little bit more patience and a little bit more time, I could really make it work a lot better, I think. But for all intents and purposes, it gets the job done. It gives you the illusion that he's moving. Not too bad. All right. I'm going to keep him in that pose while we do some size comparisons. Just keep in mind that he's on top of that base. So he's going to be a little taller because of that. But because he's hunched forward, actually comes out to be the right size. So here he is next to a modern G.I. Joe figure, which is 4 inches tall. So he fits right in with that scale. I mean, everything, his hands, his head, his feet, all look to be right in proportion with him. Here he is next to a vintage G.I. Joe figure, which is 3 3/4 inches. As you can see, he is a little taller and a little leaner. So he doesn't really fit in with that scale of a figure, but it is what it is. He looks pretty cool. He's a good 4-inch figure. I just wish his articulation worked a little bit better. But all in all, he's pretty decent, and I think he's one of the better examples in this particular size anyway. So this has been AV. If you like this video, check out my channel. If you like what you see there, then please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.